Happy Tuesday, 2/22/22. Also, Tea Tuesday. Good morning, day 70. We're out of the 60s. So I've always thought, people are a lot like their refrigerators. You open somebody's refrigerator, and if their refrigerator has a lot of stuff, their house usually has a lot of stuff. If their refrigerator has little stuff, their house usually has little stuff. Well, I once dated a fellow. The only thing he had in his refrigerator was a bottle of Absolute vodka. Yep, that's what he had. And his house was pretty basic, but he must have had 1,000 record albums. I've never seen so many. A whole wall of record albums. His place was very neat. But anyway, yep, that was a lot of records, and I'll bet they're worth a fortune now, because records have actually made a comeback, and lots of collectors out there. My one son collects records, and he tells me the cost of some of the albums, and it's like, oh my gosh. So, but mine have long since ended up who knows where. But I always loved the Doors. They were like my favorite, and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and the Kinks. They were awesome. Oh, there were lots, but the Doors were my favorite, and I still love to light my fire on a warm summer's evening driving down the road. So anyway, there was a little trip down memory road. What's your memory road? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. So today I'm going to be playing around with my sausage seasoning recipe. I didn't share it because I want to try to make sausage patties with it before I do that. The sausage crumbles were really tasty, but I'd like to try and make some sausage patties before I share the recipe. So I'll be back in a little while, and we'll have some breakfast for day 70. Breakfast day 70. All right. So I still have this Beyond Meat patty, and I actually smushed it up and put some of my sausage seasoning in there and let it sit. So I'm going to have that. And let's see, I want some cheese with it. Let's see. We'll pretend we're going through the McDonald's drive-through. So I'll have some of these extra crispy potatoes. Oh, I can't even tell you how happy I am when I open my freezer and things don't fall out. It makes me very happy. Still lots of things to cook down because, like I said, I still have a whole full freezer at my mom's house that I'm going to be shopping in to replenish this one, because my goal is to be down to one freezer. I don't need 2 freezers, I don't think, but if I do, I'll buy another freezer. So I'll meet you at the stove. Cooking. I'm going to have one of the biscuits I made yesterday, and sausage patty that's already seasoned with the sausage mix. And this is why I like to keep these little jars from the Dollar Tree, because they're really nice to make blends with, seasoning blends. So I'm going to divide this patty in half because I want thin patties. I don't want real thick patties. I like a thinner burger too. So I'm hoping these are not too salty, but we'll find out. So I'm just going to make a rustic patty here. I'm not going to use a patty press or anything like that, just a little rustic patty. And I hope you can hear me over that air fryer. But I have my potatoes in there. So okay, I preheated my frying pan a little bit here. I want to make sure these stick together. And I have it like on medium heat. So I'm going to make 2 of these. And this morning I'm just going to make a couple simple sausage and cheese biscuit sandwiches and try out this sausage seasoning. Alright, so I'm going to let that cook, flip it over, put my cheese on, and this is just regular dairy cheese, it's not vegan cheese today. Alright, I'll be back once I get these cooked up. Okay, so I zapped my little biscuit in the microwave for 10 seconds. And now I'm going to add my sausage and cheese. Now if you wanted to, of course you could put an egg on here too, but I'm just going to have the sausage and cheese biscuit. Alright. Just waiting for my potatoes to get done. And I do have one more biscuit, or sausage, so I'll save that for another breakfast. So out of one patty, Beyond Patty, you can get a couple of sausage patties. Cheers! We have it, breakfast day 70. Taters and biscuit and cheese and sausage. So let me try this sausage patty. I'm still playing around with the seasoning a little bit, so I'll see if this is any good. And the thing is getting the salt right. You don't want it too salty, but you don't want it too bland either, because sausage is salty. And also, you can use this recipe, and if you like a hotter sausage, which I don't, you can add hot pepper flakes, which is usually in sausage anyway, or you can add a little cayenne, or even some Tony Chachere's seasoning. So let me give this a taste. Not too salty. I think it could use a little bit more sage, a little bit more oregano, so I'll up the recipe for that. And I think some more pepper too, a little bit more pepper. But we're on the right track. So I'm going to enjoy my breakfast now. And the biscuit is still really, really tasty and simple to make. And if you missed yesterday's recipe, I show you there how I made the biscuit. So I'll be back in a little while and we'll see what we're going to do. Hello. Well, I'm going to make myself some xylitol toothpaste. And the benefits of it, it's got a lot of benefits for oral health. And you can buy xylitol toothpaste, but I guess it's kind of expensive. You can also make it into a mouthwash. Of course, talk to your dentist before you use it, but it says too that it says xylitol is a natural sweetener. You can also put it in your coffee and tea. And it's proven to have positive effects on tooth and gum health. Natural dentists recommend xylitol, and it is now a popular ingredient in natural toothpaste, gum, and mouthwash. And there's also, somewhere on here, there's a website where you can go check it out. It says xylitol keeps a natural pH level in your mouth, prevents bacteria from sticking to your teeth. Further information on www.xylitol.org/xylitol. Uses, dental benefits of xylitol. So for general use, you can use it twice a day. It freshens your breath. And the mouthwash you can use for gum disease or tooth decay 4 to 5 times a day. So, but I guess it'll also help whiten your teeth because the bacteria don't stick to your teeth. And bacteria in your mouth have been linked to heart disease. So I'm going to try this for whitening. So in here I have another handy dandy mason jar from the Dollar Tree. But I have 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I think I got this at Aldi's. It's not refined coconut oil, it's just coconut oil. So there's 2 tablespoons in there warmed up. And then the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of baking soda. So, and we know baking soda whitens teeth. So I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of that in here. Now I haven't tried this, so this is new for me too. And I can't imagine with baking soda it would taste too good, but I guess the sweetener helps that. So 3 tablespoons of baking soda and half a teaspoon of xylitol sweetener. I got this on Amazon. It's Anthony's, and I found this was the best price for as much as you get. And I've used Anthony's products before, and they're good. So half a teaspoon of the xylitol. Now I do know that you have to be very careful not to give this to dogs. It's toxic for dogs. Alright, so I'm going to just mix this up. And I imagine as the coconut oil hardens, it'll turn more into a paste. And also, I'm going to add just a couple of drops of tea tree oil. Not too much because I don't think it tastes too good, but tea tree oil is antibacterial. So 1, 2, I'll do 3 drops. And then I'm going to use some peppermint oil, and it recommends 10 drops in this recipe. Now this recipe didn't recommend the tea tree oil, but other recipes I've seen has it. Of course, this never comes out. One, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Oh, that's minty. So I'm just going to stir this up until everything is melted and incorporated. Smells good. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to brush my teeth with my regular toothpaste, and then after that I'll go over and brush it with this. So I'm going to try the toothpaste first before I try the mouthwash. And we'll see how it works out. Let me try this. I'm just going to taste it. Not great. You can definitely taste the baking soda. But they also said with xylitol, ingesting it, like if you put it in your coffee or tea, can cause GI distress if you take too much all at once. So I think it's something that you have to kind of work up to. So anyway, there you go. It's not the best tasting stuff. Not very sweet, like toothpaste is sweet. But I can definitely taste the baking soda. But I'm going to give it a shot and see how it works. And I've also read that it's good for dry mouth, which is a big problem for me. So, okay, I'll be back later with some more stuff. So today is a very low energy day for me. I don't know why. I just get those days where I rattle around the house and I can't quite focus on what it is I want to do. So I'm just going to go with it. I'll just do this and that and whatever pops into my line of sight. But today I'm having cold chamomile tea, and it's very refreshing. Sometimes when I make my tea ahead of time in the morning and I don't drink it, I'll just put it in the refrigerator and then I'll drink it as a cold tea. So happy Tea Tuesday, and like I said at the beginning of the video, today is 2/22/2002. So I don't know what that means, but if any of you know what that means, let me know in the comments below. But it's still kind of cool. So I was thinking about doing some purging of clothes, but that didn't strike my fancy. I was going to go out and visit my mom, and that didn't strike my fancy because it's really gloomy today. It's not snowing or anything, but it's raining, and it's one of those cold rains and very gloomy. I don't think the sun's up there today at all. I think it went somewhere else. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know what I'm going to end up doing today, but yesterday I went through a drawer. Maybe I'll go through a couple, not so much in the decision-making category drawers today. But I came across these markers I forgot I had, and I came across 3 coloring books. Now I bought these at Mark's, and I have no idea when, and I haven't colored a darn thing in them. I keep saying I want to do a little coloring, but then I never get around to it. So I think I'll give those to one of my granddaughters or grandsons, and they can enjoy them. Usually when I have time, downtime where I'm not doing anything, I like to look at a magazine or watch some YouTube, or look at my recipe books, get some ideas. And what I like to do with that is, if I'm looking for a recipe, I like to look at several, and then I combine them as to what I think would taste good to me, and then I make my own recipe. So a lot of times that's how I come up with recipes. It's just kind of a mix and match kind of thing. So tomorrow, hopefully if everything goes to plan, is the day where my big dog bed sofa is going to be going out to the garbage, because Thursday is our bulk pickup day. I wish they had bulk pickup a couple times a month, but they only do it once a month. So if you have big things, you either have to put them in your garage or keep them in your house until they come around once a month, which is sort of inconvenient when you're in the process of trying to get rid of things. You want it out. Well, I will be happy once it's out the door, because right now my living room has so much furniture in it, I can't even move it around to finish my macrame valances, putting those up, because that requires moving the sofas so that I can get to the windows, and so that'll make things a little easier, and I can get my chairs where they're supposed to go, and I can put my room together. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I think this evening for dinner, day 70, I still have a little of that macaroni and cheese casserole. I think I might have that just to get rid of it, and maybe make a nice salad with it, but I'm not going to be cooking anything today. The sausages that I made this morning turned out really good. Still a couple of little things that I want to tweak. The spices in there all seem to work together very well, and some I need to up a little bit. So, but I will share that recipe with you once I get it to the point where I like it. And it'll be a recipe that really, if you don't have sausage, you can put it in your ground, whatever your ground is, your ground meats, porks, beef. You can make chicken sausage, turkey sausage. I just wanted to make a very basic across-the-board recipe that you can use with any vegan, vegetarian meats, or whatever protein you eat. So, and I want to try it I want to make some oatmeal sausages. I've made them before. I like them. I think they're good. But I'm always tweaking my recipes, always trying to improve them, and oh, it needs a little more of this, a little less of that. Usually when it's a little less of something, it's salt. I put too much salt in. So I'm going to be working on that for a little bit yet, and then I'll share that with you. Okay, well, even my little vlog is low energy today. I think I'll go sit down and drink my tea, maybe give my mom a call, and I'll be back later with what I'm having for dinner, but it's going to be something left over. Dinner, day 70. Okay. I still have this macaroni and cheese casserole, and that's what I'm having for dinner. I'm not in the mood for a salad today. That's really the only produce I have besides some potatoes and onions. So I think I'm just going to call that dinner. Let's see over here. I could have some broccoli or cauliflower with it, but I'm not much in the mood for vegetables today. And the pasta has tomatoes and stuff in it, so I think I'm just going to have that for dinner today. So I'll meet you at the store. I still have some of this Texas toast with the cheese, and I found a little thing of meatless meatballs, so I'm going to heat up a couple of that along with my macaroni and cheese and tomato casserole bake, and that'll be dinner. So I'll be back when I plate it up. Alright, I had a little tiny bit of sausage gravy left, not really too much of anything, so I stuck 4 meatballs in there, and then this is the tomato macaroni and cheese casserole that I had made 2 or 3 days ago, a piece of Texas toast with cheese, lots of cheese going on here. And I'm just going to put this to the side and eat it with the macaroni and cheese. So, using up the leftovers that I had, I put a little salsa on top of the tomato casserole just because I didn't have a tomato sauce opened. So I figured tomato, it's all the same. So that is my dinner. And it doesn't look too pretty, but I'm sure it'll be tasty. So there it is, dinner day 70, just leftovers, and a couple things from the freezer. Alright, my friends, that's all I have for you today. Happy Tea Tuesday. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.